So the god Set and the goddess Hathor represents the October 23rd birthday. So check out the movie Gods of Egypt. It came out February 26th, one day before my birthday, which is 227. And you're going to pay attention to the actress who plays Set, because Set is the energy, representing like Scorpio right here. The actor actually has a November 13th birthday, which I also talked about Amityville Horror happening on November 12th overnight on November 13th. Butch DeFeo, Amityville Horror. We talked about that in the previous birthday decode parts. But he's a Scorpio and a Libra, so he represents Set and Ma'at. So Set has a brother-in-law named Osiris because their wives are twins, which is Nephthys, and Isis, which is Pisces and Taurus, are twins. So think like 9/11. And 9/11 went down September 11th, so Twin Towers. When you think about September, think about teaching, think about school starting September. So September, people taught you things, thought, and taught, and teacher. So Toth is a teacher. He teaches a lot of things. He knows answers to riddles. So Chadwick Boseman, who's a Black Panther, he plays Toth, who he actually passed away 8/28, August 28th, but he was born 11/29, which is around the time of this Scorpio energy, Sagittarius energy. So that energy right there is representing Toth. Sometimes they'll just have like another person play the role to play the opposite role. For example, this guy plays Horus, this actor, but he's born July 27th. That makes him a Leo Cancer. Horus is usually Sagittarius. Anybody born December, Sagittarius, Ophiuchus, Capricorn. That would be Horus, okay? Like baby Jesus. He's Jesus. But Jesus has a brother or a cousin named Anubis, which is a Leo. So they have a Leo Cancer play that role. So look into Anubis, because Anubis is Set's son. So Nephthys, which is a Pisces, Set, which is a Scorpio, has a son named Anubis, which is a Cancer. So in your family, you might see a lot of Cancers, Scorpios, and Pisces because that's the energy. So Skull and Bones also worships the wolf. The wolf is Anubis, the dog. So think about Cancer is a crab. Crab spelled backwards is bark. B-A-R-C is bark, right? So C-R-A-B is crab. Think Little Mermaid, think red hair, think Little Mermaid's best friend being Flounder, and then Sebastian, who's kind of sent to watch her. Sebastian being a Cancer, a crab. So he would have been, if he was played by Sagittarius, then it'd be cool. But a lot of times in movies, they do switch the roles up because it's the same type of energy. Again, watch Gods of Egypt. And the blue eyes of Horus reminds me of the story where Set's wife switched beds with her twin sister, which is Isis Taurus. So Pisces and Taurus switch beds to see if their husbands, Scorpio and Aries, Osiris, would notice. They were identical. But what happened was, Set was like, "You're not my wife. Where's my wife at?" And Isis, the Taurus, was like, "Well, Pisces, Nephthys is in bed with my husband, Osiris, Aries." So Set was very angry. When the wife came back, he's like, "Did you sleep with him? Because, y'all playing these games." He's a Scorpio. He likes to settle the score. He don't like games, but he will settle the score. So basically, he puts Osiris in a box and tricks him and says, "This is a box. It's a game. We're going to play a game, see if you get out the box like Houdini." He doesn't get out the box. It's a coffin. He wants to get rid of Osiris because Nephthys, his wife, got pregnant. Not only was she pregnant, but Anubis had blue eyes and black hair, where Set and Nephthys don't have blue eyes. But who did? Osiris. The blue eye of Horus. Set, was like, "Yo, this is blue eye trend." But there's something called recessive genes. Recess is Saturday when you go outside. The sky is blue. Recessive genes when you want to go outside and play. So like Drake has a son named Adonis. His parents, Drake and Sophie, they don't have blue eyes and blonde hair, but the son does because of recessive genes. Back then they didn't know. So Set took out Osiris. So the twins, Nephthys and Isis, Pisces and Taurus, basically found the body, took them out the box. Anubis, the son, helped. Nephthys' son, Anubis, so Pisces' son, Cancer, helped find the body. At this time in the new age, Cancer is also could be the husband of Pisces, so Pisces could marry Scorpio or Cancers. So basically, they looked for the body, they found the body. Set, Scorpio came back, found out they got the body. So he took the body, split it in 13 pieces, and he threw it in the sea. That's why Jesus was a fisherman. They considered Jesus a fisherman. But Anubis and Horus played like the same type of role. So at that point, Horus, which is the Jesus energy, wasn't born yet. It was Anubis. Anubis was Jesus at that point, fishing for the god. Who was the god? Osiris. So they get the body back, but they didn't find the Mendigo. The Mendigo didn't need to be resurrected. Resurrection happened, and she created a baby named Horus, which is the blue-eyed Jesus figure. That's why they say Jesus has no father, because the father was a god, the god Osiris, you know? So that's where that whole story comes from. So when you think about Jesus being resurrection, which is Easter, which is in April most of the time, is the resurrection of Osiris, which is the Aries, which is in April. The resurrection of his Mandingo, not the resurrection of Jesus, if that makes sense. They use the same stories, they just kind of make the stories interesting. So when you think God, think O negative blood. When you think good, think O negative, O positive blood. That's what they're looking at. This O negative blood type they're right here. Okay? So again, Set took out Osiris. And then Anubis and the twins had to go find his body. That's why that's a bowling pin or a mandingo on top of his head. Because they had to plant the green and resurrect the mandingo, which looks like a bowling pin. So whenever you see bowling alley or bowling pin or someone passing away at a bowling alley, it's a ritual. The bowling ball represents the moon, and every night they try to take out the pins, the people in charge. That's why you had the 810 bowling alley where takeoff was taken out. It was a ritual. 810 is a feast day for Saint Bridget, as well as January 20th. It's like August 1st and January 20th. 1, 2, and 8, 1 are the feast days for Saint Bridget, the goddess Bridget, Mama Bridget energy, which is linked to Mary Magdalene energy. Mary Magdalene, who was with Jesus, who had red hair. So, like I said, with takeoff being taken off at this 810 bowling alley with the same numerology. Think Jeffrey Epstein, being born January 20th, passing away August 10th. That is the portal. Why is it the portal? Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew love redheads. Redheads are psychic. They connect them on the Gilligan's Islands to computers for consciousness, and they could conjure up all your energies when you're sleeping, because a lot of y'all don't lucid dream, so anybody could talk to you in your dreams and use you for whatever. They can literally put you in a robot and you can clean their houses for free while you're sleeping, because your energy is still out of your body. It's like the Ghostbusters. They trap your box. They trap you in a box, like the Divot box. How Post Malone touched the Divot box. He's a Cancer. He touched it, got haunted, right? The Divot box is based off, like, a lot of the background goes into like eugenics. A lot of people with ethnic DNA have a lot of spiritual DNA from ancient Egyptian, Lemurians, extraterrestrial. So when they took out takeoff, because when he used a rapper, it's like creating spells. Spells are part of gematria. The words that rhyme come up in certain frequencies. Biggie Small and Tupac's rhymed words. Those words would be spells. They could like heal people because they went from negative to positive. It's like an explosion, like cancer. 6-9 explosion. So it's being takeoff being a rapper, he knows how to do spells well. So if you've been through a really bad time in your life and you made it better and you could rap it or sing it, you are very powerful, especially for ethnic men who don't really go to therapy. They listen to music. And Tupac and Biggie were very instrumental at making their brains frequencies great, because they went like, we don't do this anymore. We actually do hip hop. We're making music not off of selling drugs or whatever we're doing. We're actually trying to do better. So when you think about like, Set, think about Drake, another one that raps and stuff. So this would be the Set story. You could go more into it yourself and look up the story so you get good. I don't want to keep going, but you get it. Like I said, watch a lot of TV shows. They'll explain it a lot. The other energy is the Virgo Hathor, which is on 13 signs. So look into Hathor. She's a Virgo, beautiful goddess. This is her energy right here. Press pause and read and go look into it. Hathor is like the big sister of Isis and Nephthys. She's very smart. She's very beautiful. Think Beyonce energy, Zendaya energy, Mary Laveau energy. Hathor likes to be with Leos, Sagittariuses, Capricorns, Kansu, which they mentioned Kansu Moon Night, which is why you need to go watch it, because a lot of this will be familiar to you because this is the energy they're pulling out of. So when you see Beyonce wearing horns and stuff, it's like the bull and all that energy.